Looking for a head-to-head Wordle-style word game? Check it out at Kylie's Pick of the Week. Hey everyone, this week I want to talk about one of my favorite new head-to-head word games. That is a little wordy. Obviously doing a play on some bird themes here. There's great artwork on this game. Every one of the cards is some sort of pun associated with various insects and birds and nature creatures. What you're doing in this game is each player is going to get 11 letters, 7 vowels, 4 consonants, and they're going to hide them behind the screen. You draw them from a bag and make a word out of it. Now, making the longest, most convoluted word is not necessarily your best choice here. You can make a one-letter word if you really wanted to, but you're going to make a word and hope that you can guess your opponent's word, not necessarily before they guess yours, but by giving them the fewest amount of quote-unquote points to do it. So what I mean by points is, after you choose your word, you're going to write it down on your little dry erase thing and then give all those letters to your opponent. And now whoever wants to go first can go first. One of the actions you can take is to try to guess the word. So you can say, oh, okay, put these letters together. Is it this word? You don't want to do that too often, though, because if you're wrong, your opponent gets 2 points. And like I said, you want to have the most points at the end of this. So, but being wrong doesn't end the game. You can guess as many times as you want, but each time you guess, you're giving the opponent's points. You're better off, though, taking advantage of some of these cards' powers. So there's going to be a common display of 8 cards out there. And each of the cards is a way to give you a clue about the opponent's word, but it's going to also give the opponent's points. So, for example, the business bird, that costs 1. It lets you buy a vowel. So I say, you know what? I want to use the business bird. Here you go. You get a point. Tell me one of the vowels that's in the word. And obviously the things that cost more points are better at it. So one of these, this is the caterpigeon, one of my favorite little images there. It costs 3 points. So that costs even more points than getting the word wrong. But the opponent has to tell you how long the word is. Is it a 1-letter word? Is it a 7-letter word? Did you manage to use all 11 letters? So having information like that helps you narrow things down till eventually you can guess the word. Now, once you've guessed the word, you're done. Hopefully, you have more points than the opponent because they can still keep going and try, if you have more points than your opponent when you guess the word, you actually win because they can't get any more points. But if you guess the word but have less points than your opponent, they get to keep going. But of course, the moment they have given you more points than they have, you automatically win. They don't even get a chance to guess the word. So it's very, very cool. It really puts your thinking cap on as you sort of decide. I compare it to Wordle because it's like you're deciding what letters do I want to eliminate. This, you're deciding what information is going to be the most useful to me right now while giving the opponent the fewest points. And when do I decide, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and make a guess, even if I'm wrong, and give them the 2 points. Hopefully that narrows things down for me. Great 2-player game, takes about 15 minutes. One of those games, most of the time you're going to play 3 or 4 games back to back. If you love word games, if you know someone that loves word games, this is a fantastic pick. A little wordy, come check it out. I'm Kylie at Games Unlimited. Pick up a copy, take it home, unbox some fun.